All right, let's talk about Chaos Dragon. So it's a follow-up to my Watcher video. You'll notice first that Watcher and Chaos Dragon are kind of similar. They both offer army boosts. The main difference is that you get 25% army attack compared to 20% for Watcher. Same thing with Rose Knight and the Goblin, 20%. So this is better. But instead of HP on this one, you get defense. So defense is not as good as HP, but it's still an army talent, army boost. So all your troops, if you put that hero on your wall, all your troops are getting 30% defense. This is great. The other difference is Watcher is a training speed. You get research speed boost on this one. As you can see, I'm on the blue grade right now, and I'm getting 5%. Um, so this is not it's not that great because by the time you get 25%, at gold, you're pretty much gonna be done with research, or at least free to play research. You're gonna be working towards research with tones, so not a great boost. Um, but I mean, it's a 3-year-old account. I'm glad for that 5%. I'm really closing in on that purple grade with an extra 5%. So um, yeah, it's research is not what you're looking for. You're really looking for another hero you're gonna put on your wall. It's a cav, so you can swap one of your other heroes for that. But yeah, definitely a wall hero mostly. The main difference with Watcher is that you can get medals from the same events, same L events. The main difference is you're only getting one. Well, it's not a Chaos Dragon event, but you're only getting one medal compared to 3 medal for Watcher. The other difference is that monster hunting event, you get 1 medal for Chaos Dragon. Same thing with Watcher. Um, I've said in the other video that if you want to get medals with monster hunting, make sure that you do it for Chaos Dragon. Just because, yes, Chaos Dragon on all the other events, it takes more resources, but you get only 1 medal compared to 3 on the Watcher. But for monster hunting, yes, it's more energy, but at least it's 1 versus 1 medal each. So going back, if we talk make a comparison with Watcher, I suggest to not do the construction. It's too painful. Labyrinth, I also suggest to not do it. I've seen people say it's impossible. It's not. I've done it about 2 times, but I've failed once because of a connection issues. But basically, it takes 50 minutes to complete the event, and you need roughly 170,000 Holy Star. You're gonna get the rest of the hits with the blessing. So make sure you have at least the minimum, which is 190 stars, something like that. You're not gonna use them all, but don't. It's 50 minutes non-stop clicking. So you can try it, but it sucks when you get so close and you don't do it. It happened to me once, and I was pissed off. So I suggest to not do these two. Tycoon, I still think it's good. It depends on how you manage your gems, how you do it. I wouldn't do Title Titan on this account because I don't go for inf or cab on this account. I go for range. But I would do the other rotation. It cost about 100 tokens to complete an event, so that's 60,000 gems. Probably gonna get 15,000 back just by landing on the gemming gremlin. So basically, it costs 45,000 gems to get 1 medal, plus all the goodies you get from Tycoon and the rewards from the element. It's a matter of choice. I like those. They are more frequent than Chaos Research L. I have noticed. So we've talked about construction, hunting. We've talked about labyrinth and tycoon. So the last two, research and And merging. Let's talk about merging real quick. So merging, basically, it's not a Chaos Dragon event, but I will talk about once again. I would suggest you don't use your speed up for pack 1 and 2. Pack 3, I would suggest you save your speed up for pack 3 and do them for Watcher events. And then once you unlock pack 4, you can do a combination of Watcher and Chaos Dragon. Chaos Dragon cost about, it's 104 pack 4. I wouldn't do pack 3 for Chaos Dragon. Chaos Dragon, by the way, unlocks at Castle 25. So no way to get that hero before that. Merge, so pack 4, 104 packs. So it's basically between, I think, between 9 to 12 days, depending on your setup of speed up. So make sure you save your speed up for that. As you can see, I've saved some. I'm completely done with really, I'm completely done, but I'm still merging from time to time, just in case I land on a hell event and get some rewards. But I'm completely done. Almost all my familiars are elder, or at least I have the runes for those, except for pack 5. But otherwise, as you can see, level 60 on my 3-year-old account. So I still do it. So depending on your setup, like I said, between 9 to 12 days of speed up. So make sure you have the speed ups. You don't want to gem that, especially if you're done with merging. Never use pack 3 for Chaos Dragon. That's not worth it. So the last one for as far as the L's are concerned is research. So you need 1.25 million might research to unlock to complete an event. Same suggestion as for Watcher. I suggest that you either do a combination, like for instance, I could do this one here, a 1 million, and then combine it with, oh, this is too big. I have another one. This is probably way too small. Yeah, I mean, I could do a big one and then 2 small central command. I would not do a lot of research, not small ones. You can only hit that once during an L event, especially at maxed out. You have an 8-hour cooldown. You could be on a different time zone than the rest of your guild, so you wouldn't get all the helps quickly enough. I suggest doing either events, either research that completely covers your. Do I have any? I don't think I have any at the moment. Are these? Well, these are tomes, so obviously I wouldn't do them. But it looks like I don't have any research available to me right now that are above. Nope, I don't have any. But yeah, I would suggest have at least a research that covers the 1.25 million, or a combination of 2 or 3 max research. Very rare Chaos Dragon research, as far as the L event is concerned, is very rare in my experience. So I would not hold my breath for those, even though that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for a combination. One of the best way to get medals is with the challenge, the 24-hour challenge. Today is a research. So when it's research, I think it's between 3.3 and 3.8. So today's at 3.81. Not every day. It's not every day you'll find Chaos Dragon medal at the 24-hour challenge, but you can expect at least, I would say, twice a week at least. So it's a great way to get medals. So my suggestion is to, same thing, try to do a combination where you have a big one running. So right now I have a 2.9 million might research running. I will wait for a combination of obviously a challenge, a Chaos Dragon challenge, and a and a Chaos Dragon element research. If it takes too long, if I get this timer down in the 7 days, I will simply complete it on a challenge only. I will get the guaranteed 3 medals instead of a combination of 4. I've seen some in the past. I used to do before for Watcher. I used to do like a combination of Watcher and Challenge. It's a good thing to do. There are many research that are above the 4 million mic threshold. Especially, most notably, are the T4. These research, they give you if you complete them during a challenge, a Chaos Dragon challenge, you get guaranteed 3 medals. So that was 12 medals just right there. What else? I believe, well, Bigger Army 3 was like a 3 million. If not good enough for a challenge, maybe a combination was good enough. Bigger Army 2 is 7 million, so this is obviously is a guaranteed a medal. Army leadership, I believe those the level 10 of the army number 2, I believe they're all above 4 million or close. Bigger Army 3 was also above, I think it's 4 million. These guys here, they are, but they're very expensive and speed up. I use Technoland for those, but you could. Same thing here, Military Command. I believe that Furious Offense 2 is above 4 million. I think I did that on my main. So you could do that, a combination. I would say that research is probably not the best way to get medals. The best way is the challenge when it's troops. And so it's the only way to get medals, hero medals, with troops is the 24-hour challenge, and it's for Chaos Dragon. But it's very expensive. So if we look at it's it's close to 4.5 million point. So if you look at basically you need about 2.2 million tier 2 troops, or you need about 300,000 T4. Depending on your setup, depending on how many manners you have, your research for training speed, depending on your training speed equipment, it's going to take you, so if you do T2, it's going to take you about 150 days of speed up. So make sure you have the speed up. And if you're doing T4, it's going to cost you around 75 days, between 70 and 80 days. The rule of thumb is that if you're doing T4, it's going to cost you half the speed up of tier 2. So it's a choice you're going to have to make. I personally, I only boost whenever there's a Chaos Dragon challenge. Or if there's a special event, if you have, for instance, Guildfest, and you pick one of those quests for troops, or for, well, not for troops, but for might, or if you pick a elephant quest, that's another good way to do it. But I personally make sure that, yeah, it's a combination. I only boost troops whenever it's a Chaos Dragon troop training challenge. So as far as timeline goes, like I said, it's a 3-year-old account, just a 3-year-old in 1 month, and I'm over halfway done. So at 85 out of 100, that's basically halfway to gold. I don't think it's gonna take me another 3 years, because right now I am 100%. My focus is on Chaos Dragon, so I'm not splitting my efforts with Watcher. Took me about 2 years for Watcher. So I'm expecting it's going to take me maybe another 2 years to get this to gold. So you should expect to get that around between 5 to 6 years, depending on how you focus on that hero. On my main account, which is lightly pay to play, I'm thinking I'm going to get in 4 or 4.5 years, and very likely pay to play. So yeah, that's about it about Chaos Dragon. Once again, patience and planning. Make sure you save your speed up. You use your speed up wisely. Um, that's about it. All right, leave any comment below and I'll reply.